but yeah, I think with mom it's totally a control thing, and her, I guess in her mind, her world's crumbling around her, and now her husband's against her too. The guy who just let her do whatever she wanted for the last 10 years. Um, so that part was interesting, but you know, Franny's
It was.
kind of she's not quite Susanna, but she's not fuck Franny, but she's close.
I like her
Not
a lot more than I like Susanna, but I think it's because there are just a lot more characters in this story, so there's not as much focus on her a lot of the time.
yeah, and she clearly has some relationship and in general issues with Jess and with her mom.
Yeah.
Um, I think her dad's relationship is okay. At least if they don't shout at each other.
Yeah.
Uh,
But he just seems kind of shut down in general.
yeah,
Yeah.
he does kind of seem like he gave up a long time ago. It's just like, all right, this is what it is now. Like they probably have separate bedrooms. Um, anyway, so screw all that. Then, so chapter 7, everybody gets taken to Vermont, or wait, no, they don't go straight to Vermont, right? They go to
Atlanta.
Atlanta, the CDC, and they were like, "We don't know what to do with you." And
Well, they're trying, but nothing. They're just dying, and the tests aren't giving them anything.
well, what does Vermont have that the damn CDC is not going to have?
They no, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they said they have to move them because I don't remember why. They said it in the last part there.
Did everybody die?
I guess I don't know.
I don't even remember Vermont being mentioned.
I just remember because I knew that they're going to Vermont. I knew Stu ends up there.
Ah,
Mm.
crap. Did I go too far?
It's fine.
Uh, well, spoiler alert, they go to Vermont. And the guy that plays Dr. What's his face is the guy from Midnight Mass.
Oh, right.
He has
I gotta
those weird
watch
like mannerisms. Like now it's all I can picture when he talks to him.
that.
Like turn into a vampire or something. Uh, and then we get to Nick Andrews.
Yes,
So
that's my favorite character, which I knew
yeah,
you knew, but
Nick's man, you want to talk about? I guess Nick's like Jake. It just keeps the hits just keep coming.
I know. And also, like Jake, he's just like the nicest, most understanding guy.
I mean, yeah. For the record, the guys that bash my face in, I would not be going to get food for it. Like fuck you, starve.
I don't think that's happened
Wait, what?
Shit.
yet.
Um.
So far, he's only met the sheriff.
Yeah,
He's
they're
like, "Do you
still
want
at
to?"
the jail.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't say anything. So what? Do well? I guess. What do we know about Nick Andrews?
He's deaf and mute.
Allie, yeah. You go ahead.
He was born with it, right? Didn't they say that?
I think so.
So it's not like
Or
something he can. When he's talking to the sheriff, I think he says something about a birth defect.
yeah.
Uh, so there's
He's
no.
incredibly well adapted.
He, yeah. I mean, he's got a pretty calm head on his shoulders. For, I mean, hell, we met him in leaving. We met him getting his ass whooped,
Yes.
leaving the bar. Why was he in a bar like that? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Okay, I can't get my head on that one.
I think he was just trying to have a drink after working a long week.
Yeah, like the
Wouldn't he know better, like, than to go there?
Well, I don't understand
there might
why.
not be another option though. Like maybe that's the
Oh,
only bar in town.
no, that's also true. Shoyo is in a Hamlet, I guess.
What was it? Was there anything that even provoked them? I don't even remember.
I think him
Uh,
being black. It seemed like.
Wait, what? You say Nick was black?
Isn't he?
I don't know. What? Tell me where you're getting that from.
I don't think so, but it's possible. Did I miss that?
He's not traditionally, I'll say that. But he doesn't have to be, any
Doesn't matter.
color. Yeah, Nick could be anything. But where'd you get that from? I'm interested.
That would make more sense why they beat him up, but
reading that scene, at least it read like a very racist town to me.
Yeah, yeah. Good.
I guess they're trying to make it seem more like they were beating him up because they thought he was dumb, which doesn't make sense either. I don't know.
Yeah, I think his problem was just that he was different, and they were probably like, why doesn't he talk? What's wrong with him?
Right.
That guy's weird. I don't like him. He doesn't. I don't trust anybody that fucking can't look a man in the eye and say some stupid shit. I guess. Yeah, I think it's more of a they didn't like people with disabilities than a racist thing, which doesn't exactly make them any better.
Right. Yeah. Neither of it makes sense.
Yeah, actually, they're horrible people. Especially the two like other guys that are just like was Vince and I forget the other guy's name, just doing it because like he told them to. Was it Ray Booth? I kept mixing Ray Booth and Doc Sims. I kept calling him Ray Sims when we were talking about it before.
Yeah, I'm looking at this scene now, and it's just like they're just beating him up when we started. So he's just like, "Why won't he talk?" Like, I don't care why he doesn't talk. I'm gonna mess him up. I'm like, all right.
So they didn't
cool.
even know, and they're
Yeah.
fucking. Maybe that's what it was. Why doesn't he talk? Maybe it came down to that.
Yeah, why doesn't he talk?
Yeah, he'll
I
be like,
think what I got African American from was somebody else entwined both hands into Nick's springy black hair.
Okay, he does have black hair.
Yeah.
In both versions. Well, should I? No, I'm not going to say that because then you'll never see anything else. There's somebody sort of famous that plays him in one of the versions.
Yeah.
He and he's on the road because he ran from home, right? Or no, his dad died,
I don't
and then
think
his mom died, and then he left the orphanage. He ran from the orphanage after the friend that he met for 4 years went somewhere.
I don't know if we know that yet.
Fuck. Talking about Nick. I guess the part I read, so I guess what chapter 18 involves.
Yeah, I guess so, because I'm like, this is the only chapter about Nick, and it's really literally just him getting beat up, being the sheriff, and then the sheriff being like, "You sure you want to go for him?" He's like, "Yeah." You're like, "All right, let's find him."
Okay. Well, there's the dangers of reading ahead, right there.
But yeah, I mean, we'll get there soon.
I'm just not going to talk about Nick. You guys can take the lead on that. Yeah.
Covered it, so.
Yeah.
I do like Nick. Him. Yeah, no. Yeah, Nick's cool. Who's next? There's so much to say about Nick, and I can't say any of it really.
I know.
Everything I want to say and the reasons I like him, like we haven't gotten there yet. So.
Well, the next chapter is Larry not being a nice guy.
Right.
No nice guy.
I mean, she's not wrong, but what is she mad about, really? She knew what this was.
Yeah, I kind of agree. That, people are
Like
entitled to their feelings.
She was in it for the party, and then the coke ran out again. What did he do? There was like 15 copies of "Baby, Can You Dig Your Man" laying on the floor or the table. Yeah. He's like, oh God, what did I do? I lost my summary. Oh, how do you go back on Reddit? I need to go. I did chapter 1 to 11. I need to go to the next one.
Are you on a computer or tablet or phone?
Yeah, I'm on my tablet.
There should be a back at the top left. Well, that's usually where they are anyway. Yeah.
I do see
Yeah.
that. That's, I think, further back than I wanted to go. Anyway, okay. So what's the next chapter?
After Larry, or
Yeah. Well, Larry. So Larry does what? He goes to see his mom. Which, why did he do that?
well, he
Why
had to
did he?
get away and doesn't have anywhere to go.
No. I mean, then he. Okay, so
Oh, why did he go to see her at work?
yeah.
To apologize?
I think so.
For not coming home.
Yeah, because
Right.
he stayed out at the girl's house.
How old is Larry again?
I mean, I don't know. I guess because he told her he would come home or something. I don't know.
Right. Respect her house or something. Sounds like something
Yeah.
my dad used to say. Well, you're in my house, you follow my rules. I'm like, well, okay, we're gonna take care of that situation. Yeah, I was like he went through, and then yeah, I guess there's not much else to say about that really. I don't know. I guess that was just to prove that he's still not a nice guy. Was the whole point of that really?
It's just interesting, like as an objective reader, uh, observer, if you will, like her words are kind of curt, especially from your mother, but like she still clearly loves him and wants to care for him and like wants to do things for him. He just needs to suck it up and realize that he's done shitty things, and that's why people think that he's not that great of a guy.
Harsh
Like
words.
it's not that like he wants to be seen as a better person than he's behaving, and so he's sad about it. I'm like, yeah, well, tough shit. It's not how the world works.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Instead of being that person, he wants to be seen as that person. That sounds slightly familiar,
Oh, I know. I felt it as I was saying it.
right? I know a couple people on social media like that. I can't find. Do I have to research it again? So, okay, so that was chapter 11, right, Larry?
Larry's, yeah.
Okay, so what's 12? I guess I'll just
Franny,
go to my book.
Franny and her
Back to.
mom and dad.
Oh, I thought we already did that.
We
Well,
talked
no,
about
Thinking
it.
about it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care enough about Franny.
I think we covered it too.
Yeah, you ate at our table. Oh my God, how could you? Like, you know what else I did on that table, Mom? Like, you really sure you want to go there? Go back out. I had a chapter summary all lined up. God damn it! I didn't know it's going to be so hard to find the next ones.
Yeah, well, chapter 13 is Stu talking to Dietz, the, I don't know, guard? Doctor? I don't know what he is. But he was like, you're not taking tests until I get some answers.
That's the Midnight Mass guy. Dietz.
Yeah. Is he a doctor?
I don't think he didn't read like a doctor. He read like a manager, kind of.
Like a lab tech, almost.
Okay.
I'm in the wrong. Oh, I thought I was on Reddit. I'm on Book Rags. That's why I can't find it.
I'll do it.
I was supposed to be on Reddit. Okay, I found my chapter 11. How to get to? They're making it really hard to get to chapter 12.
Don't you have a degree in this stuff?
You know, yes. I'm trying not to have to go back and search again. But it's not working out too well. I gotta say. What? Yeah, I gotta go back to the book. Sorry, I just stopped looking because now it's stolen. Um. So Franny was the next one. What's 13? Where are we at?
Deets.
Deets. What's 14? I don't have much. Do you guys care about Deets?
No.
I mean,
No.
not much to say about that other than
Oh wait, wait.
I'm
Deets
with
is.
Stu. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Deets is 4. Oh no, 14 and 13 and 14 are Deets. Yeah.
Yeah. 14 is the report basically saying like the little girl has now caught it too, even though she wasn't showing symptoms before.
Yeah, who was the little girl? We didn't know her, right?
Well, Eva Hodges. We kind of knew her, but only
Have we
as
met her
a.
before, or just talked about her?
Talked
Isn't
about.
she was one of the kids of the woman who was getting beat, wasn't she? Or I'm the wrong family.
The woman who was getting beat. Who's
Was
that?
that Hapscomb? At the beginning, or was that Brewitt? No, that was Brewitt. Never mind. That was Lila. Yeah.
Oh, right. Reminded me of Junior, kind of. They have you? Oh, you haven't read Under the Dome, right?
No, I have not.
Okay. And 15, we're still with Stu. Damn, Stu's riding for a while.
15 isn't really
My-
Stu. 15 is the nurse who's now infecting everyone in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. In case you didn't know, everyone's going to get it in Atlanta too. And I think doesn't he ask him about everybody else? What do they tell him?
Like he says, dead or classified. I can't remember. He doesn't give him a lot of information.
Yeah, well, if they're dead, he says dead. If they're not, he says classified.
Oh my God! Guess who else we didn't get to? One of my favorite characters,
Lloyd.
Lloyd, and Poke, who likes to pokerize people. So,
Very flippant about their murder.
You know what?
They're very flippant about their murder.
Yeah,
Like,
the way he's described, he's like, oh yeah, like they were worried about getting caught with drugs, but not the murders.
yeah. Never
Hey,
mind
stupid.
that we killed a family.
Yeah, they. And I guess reading this again is going to tell me how much I really like Lloyd. I didn't really like the new Lloyd in the TV show. I like the old Lloyd. Like he always seems to just kind of be in over his head and like along for the ride, but he never says no at any point. And
I don't ever get the sense that like it's not like he's conflicted. Like there's no moral conscience here. It's more of like self-preservation. So I don't feel bad because it's like he's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'll get hurt, not because like I'll hurt other people.
yeah, I don't necessarily feel bad for like I think he's a small time crook who found himself in big time criminal operations by accident. Now he doesn't know how to get the fuck. There's no way to get out of it.
I guess, but again, they're like they went on a killing spree. So like, is that what
I
you
know.
mean by big time operation?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just. Have you seen Fear and Loathing? Where they're
Yeah.
like driving down the highway and they're like, don't never touch the depths of a man in ether bin. Then he meets Tobey Maguire on the side of the road. That's what that ride kind of reminds me of. Them just like with a like bag full of drugs and trying different ones, and like riding down the road. Because I think the Lincoln Continental, I don't remember if it was convertible or not, but they 5 grams of hash, a tin snuff box filled with God knew how much coke. How big is a tin snuff box? Because
Like an
a
Altoid box?
little tin snuff box filled with God knew how much coke. I don't think a little tin snuff box could fit that much.
Yeah, I picture like an Altoid 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, 16 pounds of marijuana, 238s, 345s, a 357, known as the pokerizer, 6 shotguns, a submachine gun, some other shit. Murder was a trifle beyond their intellectual reach, but they both understood the trouble they were going to be in if the Arizona State Police picked them up in a stolen car full of blow and shooting irons. I mean, okay, wow.
That they killed the owners of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, aren't they riding around in a car? The people they killed.
Yes.
And who they get the drugs from?
He said he knew the guy. I don't know. Oh no!
Yeah,
Wait,
so,
they stole him from George. Well, I don't know exactly. I think they were supposed to
Gorgeous
steal
George,
him.
is that this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was right. Oh yeah, because it was a setup, and then Poke was like, "Well, I mean, what's to stop him from ratting us out now?"
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, I never thought of that." Yeah. And Poke's almost like sad. I was like, "Well, now we got to do it." I'm not sad. That guy was never sad about killing anybody. But
It's just, I don't know, criminal math.
the scene in the store is cool.
Yeah. The cowboy was very gunslinger-esque.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Although
that
he
guy-
died very quickly.
Right. If he had
That's
two fingers on his hand, I'd have lost my mind.
Cool, calm, and collected. I was like, all right.
Right. Somewhere out back, something said, "Did a chick? That a jump?" Yeah, and like the show actually does a good job because they're just like talking 1 second, and then the next second, Poke's missing half his face. He's like, "What does he say? Oh, he got me, that motherfucker."
Do you know who Dr. Sardonicus is?
Maybe.
I had to look it up because he says that when he's talking about Poke, he says he advanced on the cowboy a rural Dr. Sardonicus, and it was like some horror story where this guy is kidnapped and forced to help this disfigured man, Dr. Sardonicus, and he has half his face missing. So when you look up the pictures, I was like, okay, I guess I kind of get what you mean now that half his face is gone.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't get that. What did I just watch? Is that American Horror Stories? Where they're wearing the weird masks on the ship, and he takes it off, and he's missing half his face. That is American Horror Story.
Well, that's twisty, but it sounds like it could have been
No,
something else.
it's a guy from like the 20s, and they're on like a Titanic luxury liner.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I've been watching American Horror Stories at the gym. Trying to get them. I just watched the doll one. Yeah.
Overall, I find those much more pleasant than the series, so I hope you're enjoying them.
Yeah. Oh, we watched the first season. I think I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I watched the end of the first season. I don't think I've ever seen 2 or 3. So I watched season 2, episode 1 was the human doll one. So I just kept thinking of you. I was like, oh, I bet she loves this one.
Yes. Yeah. It's very creepy.
It is. Yeah,
but
so,
it has a happy ending, so I like it.
What the fuck? Who were they and where did they come from?
Well, you know who they are.
They're the Coven Witches?
Yeah, it's a Coven tie-in.
Well, okay. That's what I thought, but they looked different. I didn't quite recognize them. Like they looked like almost like maybe they're different people playing the same characters or something.
They're older or they're younger because the kid that ends up getting rescued, spoiler, sorry, is the creepy servant that lives with them that ends up killing Emma Roberts' character
and
keeping
didn't realize
her
that.
in the closet as a doll.
Oh.
So it's a whole tie-in.
Wait, the kid ends up killing Emma Roberts?
Yeah, when he's a grown man, he kills Emma Roberts and then keeps her dead corpse in his closet.
In Coven.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I should finish that.
And then
Um,
they find out and they find her body and they bring her back to life. So
okay. Yes, so it's
anyway.
definitely Italian. So yeah, so let's get off of that. Sorry, Alex. Have you seen American Horror Stories?
Stories, no. I've seen seasons like 1 and part of 2, I think, of the full seasons. So I'm
Wow.
very,
Yeah,
very, very behind.
yeah, you're not a fan, huh? I
I
finished some of them.
I don't dislike them. I don't know. I could never really get into Coven, and I just never, or so if that's 2 or 3, I don't know. But
3.
okay, so I'm on still technically on season 3 because I liked seasons 1 and 2. I just couldn't get through Coven.
I
I
feel
had the
that.
same problem.
Yeah.
Asylum was one of my favorites, and I was excited for Coven. I was like, all right, let's get some witches. And I never finished it. Twice
Yeah.
I tried.
The only thing
Not
I'll say
like, okay.
is that I used to feel that way, and then I don't know. After watching Apocalypse, it just makes me appreciate Coven a lot more. So, and also Coven is when we get introduced to so many like Kathy Bates and like just a lot of great characters, even Emma Roberts, and like I don't know. I have a great appreciation for it,
Was
even if
that
I
the
don't
first
necessarily.
season for both of them? Jessica, oh no, Jessica Lange was already there. She's great too.
Hmm.
And I like
Oh, Angela Bassett.
yeah, and the disabled girl. I don't know her name, but I like how she came back and shot her in the face. I mean,
Hmm.
oops, spoiler alert. Anyway, I believe we're doing a book here.
Talking about Poke and Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd, the guy in the as soon as that guy went behind the counter, I was like, come on, man, you know what's going to happen. You can't be that dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
And he totally forgot about him.
Well, they are dumb.
Yeah.
There's that. Oh, he's like, I know. He's talking to George. He's like, I know. It's a bitch. I'm sorry. It ain't personal. You're looking forward to it. Well, you remember that. Catch his head, Lloyd. Whoa. Um, what does he say? His shit. I can't find it. Yeah,
Who?
Oak lost half. Damn it, I just had it. All right, never mind. I think I just went back like 5 pages. It said the guy in the shell cap stood up from behind the counter and took the other 2 barrels in the face. He lost the other half of his face, not carrying one bit or something like that.
Oh yeah, I see it. So he went down, his face a worse mess than ever, and not caring a bit.
Yeah, yeah, there it is. So, there goes the other half. All right, so 17. We're back to Starkey. We're about done. There's not much to say as far as I'm concerned about Starkey. He's just
I
I
don't
guess
really understand why they don't want, like, what do they think they're gonna prevent from happening by not letting the press report about it?
well they don't want the news to get out. They're not thinking end of the world. They're thinking cover up the mistake.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Like they're still in like control mode. They don't realize that fucking that ship is sailed. There ain't nobody to cover it up from.
Right, right.
uh
Did they like not realize how bad the disease is?
I
I guess not.
isn't this their damn disease? Shouldn't they like be aware fully of how bad it is?
I mean, one would think, but it doesn't feel
I
like
mean,
it.
Campion kind of knew, and he took off like a bat out of hell. So he was like, "Oh no, fuck this," and then he became the one that caused the problem. And to your, I don't know if we ever answered your question, Amber. I think I would have. I don't. I think I would have done the same thing. I gotta say. I don't know.
Yeah, me too,
Depends what
probably.
kind of how bad is it? Where is my family? Am I out there by myself? Like, given the information that I have, I kind of feel like fuck the government. This is their mistake, not my problem. I'm out of here.
Well, yeah, but if you know what it is and you know that there's a chance that you have it, wouldn't you know that you going to your family would pretty much guarantee that they contract it?
Man, I don't know that I have it. There's a chance, but I don't know that. Did it make it out to the gate? I'm pretty far away from, wherever they're doing their hokey stuff.
Also, real quick, I found what I was talking about. We were talking about Atlanta being compromised. So it's here. It wasn't, and what was important wasn't the fact of the disease. It wasn't the fact that Atlanta's integrity had somehow been breached and they were going to have to switch the whole preventative operation to much less satisfactory facilities in Stovington, Vermont. It wasn't the fact that blue spread in such sneaky common cold disguise. So that was the passage about why they're moving to Vermont.
Okay, wait. So why are they moving?
Atlanta's integrity had been breached because of the nurse,
Right.
Patty.
Oh, so that was the whole point in her. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it. She had gotten sick, but she can't be the only one that's sick at the CDC, right?
It was like, remember she starts coughing?
Yeah. Well, that's about all we got. It ends with another nurse, or not another nurse, but another.
Well, it ends with the press getting killed, but yeah.
Yeah, is that the guys in the? Yeah, that was crazy. Those were army guys, right? So
it's a little extreme, yeah. Like, why not just, like, I don't know, detain them?
This is part of the press can't find out. I like the last line. It's like, there was no published report of any disease or any other trouble inside Springs, Texas that day.
Yeah.
So I guess it worked. Is that what you're telling me? They contained the story to.
You're gonna go around and kill every journalist that has a story about it?
So there's like, yeah. So if you had orders to kill people to contain the story, that's different because there's no way in hell I'd do that.
Well, yeah, no, that's why he was like, the other guy, when he gave the order, was like, you had no choice, right? I'm like, I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah, there's always a choice. Okay, so we read 17, right? So 18 to 29 through 29. Stop at 30.
Sure.
Looks like about 150, I think, right?
You said 18 through 29, stop at 30?
Yeah, on mine that's 318. So from like 160 to 318.
Well, mine starts on 158, so we're probably similar then.
Mine's 163 to 318, so it's about a 150, close enough.
Stop.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty much the same amount.
Okay, this is gonna be a long one. It's gonna be an interesting one. We just met everybody, so yeah, I get to read again. It's been a while. I was wrong. I was done like on Wednesday of last week, much as this week. Like crap.
It is definitely it's a faster read for me because, like I said, there's not ever like it's just bam, bam, bam. Next person, here we go.
Yeah. On the one hand, there's nothing really happening, but on the other hand, it's like you're just jumping from one to the next. Like it doesn't stay too long. Like okay, now this one. Okay, now what's this one doing? Okay, now what are they doing? In the meantime, it's like in the background getting progressively slightly worse while they're dealing with their personal shit.
You can feel the trouble coming.
Yeah, you can feel the world falling apart behind them. Like all this personal shit is not going to matter here. I have to feel like.
I can't help but keep thinking that I'm like Franny. I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, like you owe who money, Larry? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Franny. Stu's Stu's the one I worry about the most. He's the only one locked up, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And they're killing people to contain the story, so I'm going, okay. The same people have Stu?
Not for nothing, but I highly doubt they're gonna kill him if he's one of the few people alive right now from it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't he like worth more than gold right now? Because
Yeah,
he's not getting sick, and then they
exactly.
are, and nobody knows why. So you better like worship that guy. He should be running the place.
I think he doesn't know it yet, but he may start feeling that way.
Well, right? Okay. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And the podcast. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.